the work of a great architect in Jersey. Absolutely wonderful. The next slide. It's my photograph, isn't it? Yeah. These kind of grainy photographs were, when I first came to Jersey, '69. I'd done the Tecton thesis, and I was conscious in Jersey of the white buildings around the island, in particular this one. And it took me 2 years, having met the new, it was quite interesting. It only changed hands once, from Ernest Hume to a chap called John Portnell, who was an AV innovator. And for 2 years he wouldn't let me in, he wouldn't let me see or anything. But when I did eventually get in, and he trusted me really, seeing those photographs is exactly what I saw. I saw the 1930s carpet, the light fittings, the whole thing. It was like a frozen time capsule. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, over the next, well, let's say 20 or 30 years, the house was sold. And there was one particular set of people sold everything off. They sold the carpet, they sold the table, but in its original form, there was a true architect designing the building, the light fittings, the carpet. It was quite spectacular. Nothing Grayson ever did later came anywhere near. 1978, I did an Open University thesis, and I'll tell you the title. I've got it here. My props, it was a, I'll pass it on actually. It's got the original photographs in it.
The impact of the international style on domestic architecture in Jersey during the period from 1918 to 1939, with particular reference to the work of Arthur Lee Grayson.
And the basis of the thesis was this particular building was as good as, and I subsequently would qualify that by saying better than anything else, anywhere in Europe or indeed around the world. I've got an average mark for the essay, like a B. And the main criticism, my tutor was a nuclear scientist from the Isle of Man, we didn't go on. And he said I should be comparing it with Corbusier, Gropius and all that. And I didn't think that was the right thing. I didn't think it was at that level. 40 years later, I've now seen a lot of Corbusier stuff, particularly where Mike Waddington here. Remember the RIBA conference in Paris? On the Sunday, it was a trip to go around and see all Corbusier's, and I thought it was pretty average, you know, the kind of drawings that wouldn't pass the average planning officer in pool construction. And coming back to Jersey, see Grayson again. Grayson was technologically, you know, it was cavity walled with the Crittall windows. Mr. Crittall used to come from the UK to look at the windows from the sliding folding, you know. And what else was going on? The German architects were heading out of Germany, some to England, mostly to America, where they effectively established the whole American corporate architecture. And they became legends there. Other places, which I've never seen. In Miami, they've got Ocean Drive, and there's a whole series of fantastic, well, actually Art Deco, in my opinion, international style, in the 40s. Paris, mentioned Corbusier, but it was, in my opinion, not as well built. And Berlin, architects called Moscow. Moscow had a couple of Corbusier buildings in it, and it was very interesting in the Venice Biennale, seeing 100 years history of modern architecture. There were not many individual houses. It's an individual house. Now, as far as the books are concerned, there's 6 or 7 pages in Morris Booth's wonderful book on Jersey architecture, but the 30 stuff is, I'll pass it around, is a credit to myself. He was given that thesis. And yeah, there was this Modern Houses in Britain, 1919, by Jeremy Gould. I was sitting next to Jeremy Gould once in a 1930 strip. I was sitting next to him and I said, look, you've got to change this, you've got to put Grayson in it. And the new versions of this, they credit Grayson, they credit myself, bringing attention to it. And you look at, let me just grab these off at the library this morning. Classic modern homes of the 30s in America, but it's late 30s, it's 40s, not quite fast around. So we're kind of going to end there because I think the story continues. I'll just mention briefly that the new owner, Sir Bob Murray, is very, very conscious of the history of this building, and he's proud of it. He's proud of being in Jersey. And the RRBA president and a group of them after the old certain thing on Friday, we're going to take them down to the outside of the Grayson. It's got another delightful house in front of Petit Boumier by Axis Mason, and there's a new house going up next, a great new house by Tristan John. And for what it's worth, next to that is the Mohawk building, and again for what it's worth is Villa Devereux, Ron Hickman's house, 1700, now listed, or 4 listed buildings. And then if there's time, go around Clos de Voyne, which is next to prison, which is Jersey, social housing school. So that's enough from me. I apologise for not having 1,000 slides, but we'll be here at 6 o'clock. So we're now going to hand you over to Richard Le Sueur, who's Dick Le Sueur's son. Richard?